until millions of people get together and do it, it's like you said, it would be easy to shut down an airport just by standing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I go to the airport. I go to the airport in Nashville. You know, because Tyson, my youngest son, goes out to fly to Arizona to see his mom. Right now, it's 4 times a year. So, you know, I'm there 8 times. You know, picking him up, dropping him off. You know, 8 times a year I'm at that airport. There's only one road into that airport for the flying public. You know, there's one 2-lane road off of I-4 to the end of the airport. 100 people can stand there, block that road, and there will be no flights for
Don,
hours
they don't
and
have to
hours
stand
and
there.
hours.
Wait a minute. Wait. They don't even have to do that, Don. Remember Airco Alloy, where Dad worked when we were kids in Kentucky, and they went on strike. You know how they went on strike? They shut down the road by parking their vehicles on it and walking away.
Yeah.
Well, you put enough vehicles on the road, you get 1,000 people to park their car on a road, lock it up and walk away, that road's going to be shut down for a while.
No doubt.
And there's always more vehicles. The more they try and take them, they can't tow them away fast enough.
No.
And on top of that, you know, I flew out of Denver International Airport.
Yeah, been there. It's a nice airport.
It's a nice airport. It's a beautiful airport.
Yeah.
But I was there, and one lady, one person, jumped over the terminal and went around security, and then they lost her. They had to empty the airport.
Yeah.
The entire airport. So long, because they had to bring everybody back in again. It was ridiculous. Yeah. I missed connecting flights, and, oh, my God, it was a mess. One person. That was one. What happens when 100 people jump over the terminal?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so easy. But it takes people getting organized, and it takes people giving a shit.
Exactly.
It would be easy enough to do.
Yeah.
And it's going to have to be done. I spoke on our Labor Day episode about the 99% versus the 1%. Would treat it like the 99% is a union and the 1% is management. We're going to block these roads. We're going to block them every day until you sit down and you discuss what's going on with us. We're done being screwed by you. We're standing up. We're saying enough is enough. And we're shutting down commerce in this country. You know, one of the busiest roads in the United States is I-80. 8094 goes right through our old stopping ground.
Right past our old hood, yeah.
Shut that road down and see what kind of a mess we cause. And that's just one road.
Yeah.
You know, then you shut down 70 and 41. Just, it wouldn't take that many roads to shut down to screw this entire country up. Because it's like, you know, I compared it to a heart attack before. The interstates that's the arteries of the United States as far as commerce is concerned. Well, you don't have to shut down all of the veins in your heart to have a heart attack and die. It only really takes one good one.
One valve, yeah.
You know, so if we start shutting down these freeways and interstates, we'll win because they'll come to the table and they will bow down to us.
I just noticed it's 11:05. We've been doing this for an hour, and I have yet to mention you listen to Green Party Radio, GPRS short. Just try to remember us as GPR on the Bernie Kratz Radio Network. We're on Blog Talk Radio live right now. Millions and millions of people listen to Blog Talk Radio. So I hope you're enjoying the show. Green Party Radio, GPR. GreenPartyRadio.com is the website. Green Party Radio USA on Facebook. And I need a drink, so Larry, rant away for a minute. You're on your own until I get back.
Hey, not a problem, Don.
Yeah, I know you don't have a problem ranting.
You know, let's get back to Hillary Clinton's health. You know, there's something wrong with this woman. There's something wrong in her head. This isn't pneumonia. She's not just having little coughing fits every now and then. It wouldn't be a big deal. She's got some serious trouble. Is it vascular dementia? Not 100% sure what it is, but something's wrong. I don't care about Donald Trump's tax returns. Okay? Rich people cheat on their taxes. They do everything they can to not pay a high rate of taxes. That's just the way it is. But not everybody that's in a position of power, the most powerful position on the planet, has dementia or whatever the hell's going on with her. She's having seizures. She's wearing anti-seizure glasses. Those blue glasses that she wears, she's not just trying to look like Yoko Ono. That's to stop her from having seizures. So is it vascular dementia? Is it Parkinson's disease? We have a right to know.
I see you're talking about Hillary.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm talking about Hillary's mental state.
Yeah, I was walking back to put my headset back on, I was thinking I'm going to have to say, as the producer, it's my duty to get us back on topic of the show, which was Hillary's health. But you beat me to it, so I'm glad to hear that.
Don.
Yes.
What's the phone number for somebody that just wants to call in the show to talk?
I don't know. 914-205-5327.
205?
914-205-5327. Number to call if you want to be live on the air on GPR, Green Party Radio, Bernie Kratz Radio Network. Check out all our other shows. Got the calendar up on the website, greenpartyradio.com. Tell us when all the other shows are on. I know Chad was on earlier tonight with Real Talk with Chad Cushman. I didn't get to hear it. I was out working, making some money, being a slave. Great show. Tomorrow night, Tuesday, Just Saying with Mandy Kinney. That's a pretty good show. She's got a nice, sexy voice, so listen in just for her sexy voice. It's worth it. But what we need to get to is, what happens if Hillary does drop out and Bernie becomes the nominee? Because what if, what we were talking about earlier, the Democrats have finally figured out what, you've been saying for a long time, I'm supposed to be saying for a long time, that Hillary wouldn't beat Trump. That if they didn't choose Bernie as a candidate, too many people were going to Dem exit, and many of them, like us, going to the Green Party. Because Green Party shares the same values that Bernie shares.
Right.
What happens?
Right.
What happens if if they wise up and figure it out and tell Hillary, look, you need to drop out because you're not going to win. We need to put Bernie in there. And they can make up a sickness. Who knows? This might be part of the plan. Finally she's out in public getting sick. Maybe that's part of the plan.
Don, they don't have to make up a sickness. They can give her a sickness.
Doubt.
And I don't mean just, not go out and say you're sick, but here's your medication, Hillary, take it. Boom, now she's sick.
Yeah.
And I don't have anybody say, oh, that's just a stupid thing. Shit like that happens every day. Anybody who doesn't think that people are conspiring against us is naive.
Yeah.
Just completely naive. The same way I spoke before. Anybody that thinks Lee Harvey Oswald fired 3 shots in 7 seconds and one of the bullets made a left turn after hitting a dude in the hand. Right, for a single-shot bolt-action rifle. I've got one. I'll go outside. I'm going to shoot the damn thing. I'm going to see how fast I can put 3 rounds in that gun and shoot it.
Yeah, and you as
Well, my
a
son
corrections officer, you're quite the qualified shooter. You're
Yes,
much better
I
at it
am.
than most of the population. Not as good as Lee Harvey Oswald, but pretty damn good.
Lee Harvey Oswald was a Marine and sucked at shooting as a Marine. He could barely qualify when he was a Marine.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Now those records exist. That's a fact. Unless they're trying to say that all the way back when Lee Harvey Oswald joined the Marines, he was thinking about killing the president, so he had to make sure that he didn't look like a good shoot. Now you're talking far-fetched conspiracy crap. No, Lee Harvey Oswald did not have. Where did he get a miracle bullet from? Do they have a miracle bullet store?
Could be.
Maybe. I don't know. Flying bullets. I know we've got bullets now that have, we've got some
smart
advanced
bullets
going on. Smart bullets. We have smart bullets. I don't think we had them in the 60s.
No.
Don, they've got a gun now. There's a gun out there now that you can, as long as you put the target in the sights and pull the trigger, it's going to hit the target. No matter what the wind, elevation, distance, doesn't matter. The gun figures it all out for you. It's a pretty badass gun. It would take all the fun out of hunting if you tried to, there's a deer a mile away. As long as you put it in the sights and pull the trigger, it's going to hit it. Makes all the adjustments for you. But we didn't have that shit back then.
No. But if you believe Lee Harvey Oswald fired 3 bullets in less than 10 seconds from a bolt-action rifle, you probably believe there were magic bullets back then. So
7 seconds.
Yeah, that's less than 10.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That's why I went with less than 10. So I figured I'd make it easy that way. Well, why does the Democrats have figured it out?
Let's get back. Let's get back.
So many Democrats have left the party because they cheated us out of Bernie and stuck Hillary in there. What if they finally are realizing that, look, we need the White House, and Hillary can't do it. We need to, they can't.
The people at the top, they know, Don. The people at the top, they know they know they've cheated us. The same people that are skewing the polls, they know.
Sure.
But it's the rest of the Democrats, the people that aren't at the top doing all of the cheating, that are starting to realize, they're the ones that are going to have to say, oh crap.
Yeah, I mean,
if Hillary's not going to step down on her own. She's not going to do it. She's not just going to withdraw.
She's going to need a little Seth Rich treatment. She's going to need to be told, hey, look, this is the way it's going to be. If they can make Bernie Sanders endorse Hillary Clinton, they can make Hillary Clinton drop out. That's what I'm saying. They can make her an offer she can't refuse.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And if
they're
they
not
do that,
going to give up their power. They're not going to give up their power without a fight. But we have to take the fight to them.
Certainly. I mean, we have to stand strong. If everybody that voted for Bernie and all the independents, that can't stand Trump or Hillary, voted for Jill Stein can win. People say she's a fringe candidate and stuff, but no. She's got millions and millions and millions of possible votes.
Sure. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. But like I said, Don, Hillary Clinton's on. If it doesn't matter, I'm telling you, if Hillary Clinton's on the ballot, she's going to win. She was on the. Look at what happened in California. They'll do it again. The electronic machines are rigged. They will fix it the same way they fixed California. Off by 23%.
But like I've said, they won't be able to do it that easy to the Republicans. They'll have someone, not wanting them to cheat. They know what's stopping them from cheating in California. They can do what they want.
But Don, no. Karl Rove. Karl Rove will let the Democrats rig the election. The Republican elite, the people that have the power to stop it, will let Hillary Clinton rig the election against Donald Trump. Sure, the Republican people don't want the cheating to happen. There will be a massive outcry, more massive than the outcry when Bernie got cheated. But they will let her cheat because they don't want Donald Trump either. The Republican establishment is going for Hillary. The Bushes and the Karl Roves of the world will let Hillary Clinton cheat because they don't want Karl Rove. They don't want Trump. They own Clinton. They know they do. We're talking about two sides of the same damn coin. It's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. It's not going to matter that the Republicans aren't going to let her cheat because they are. They absolutely are going to let her cheat because they would rather have Hillary Clinton than Donald Trump. Not the Republican people, but the Republicans with the power to do something about it will let Hillary Clinton cheat to win because they'd rather have Hillary than Trump because they own Hillary. They don't own Trump. I'm telling you, dude, if Clinton's on the ballot, we could outvote her 10-1, and she would still win. Because the only people, it's not about who votes, it's about who counts the votes. And the votes are being counted by cheaters. And those same cheaters aren't going to say, now granted, what you're saying would hold true if anybody but Donald Trump was a Republican nominee.
Yeah, that's
with the possible exception of Ted Cruz. With the possible exception of Ted Cruz. They hate Ted Cruz too. But I think even Ted Cruz, they would take over Hillary. The Republican elites, okay? Because Republican and Democrat, it's all the same thing now as far as the elites are concerned.
Pretty much.
Now, I'm not talking about the people. I'm talking about the elites. I'm talking about the establishment. People with the power to make something happen. The people with the ability to stop the election fraud. Let me put it this way. If the Democrats couldn't stop the election fraud, what makes you think the Republicans can? The people. We tried our best to stop it in California. Bernie Sanders urged people to vote early. You know, to not have to be in line for hours on Election Day. So what did they do? Those early votes still go into a machine to get counted. Still, even when you fill out a paper ballot in this country, it still gets put in the machine to get counted, and the tally is spit out to you on a piece of paper and put on a memory card. If Hillary Clinton is on the ballot, she's going to win through election fraud. Nobody is going to stop it. More people are going to be mad about it. I'll grant you that. Because there'll be as many Republicans pissed off as there are Democrats that were pissed off about Hillary Clinton rigging the primary. But, dude, I'm telling you, it's not going to matter. Jill Stein's not going to win. She could win 80% of the vote. But that's not the way the count's going to be tallied. That's just reality, dude. Try to convince me different. Give me a good reason. I mean, I don't want to believe it. I really don't. But when Karl Rove and the rest of the Republican elites, what's that dude's name? The guy the RNC chairman, Rents, whatever the hell his name is. You know what I'm talking about?
I know you're talking about. I can tell you his name.
He doesn't want Trump. He knows that they own Clinton. Hillary Clinton is a Republican now. She can call herself a Democrat all she wants to, but her policies are all Republican. Pro-war, pro-fracking, pro-TPP, pro-privatization of schools, privatizing the police, dude. Hillary Clinton wants to privatize the police. That's step one towards fascism. A government police force. It's scary. Our police force is scary enough right now.
Yeah.
Imagine if it's owned by the government, the federal government, and not local. Man, it's going to be crazy. So the only way, we're not going to be able to vote Jill Stein in. We can't, the same way we're not going to be able to vote Bernie Sanders in if Hillary Clinton is there. Because she is the establishment choice. And the establishment counts the votes. I wish it wasn't true, but it is.
Well, you may well be right. I still have a feeling, I mean, even though they don't like Trump, the Republicans would rather have a Republican in the White House than, I mean, Hillary, who's, you know, a Demo-Republican. She's not really a Democrat, say she is, but.
Okay, Don, explain to me why you think that. Why do you think the Republican elite, you know, haven't you seen Hillary Clinton put out a commercial? We've got a bunch of Republican elites, leaders, dogging Donald Trump. You know, just look at the list of people that ran for president as a Republican. Lindsey Graham, he's not voting for Trump. Jeb Bush, he's not voting for Trump. He already come out and said it. I'm telling you, the Republican elite do not want Trump. Trump's against the TPP. The TPP is the single biggest issue for the elites in this election. Because they know if they get that shit to pass, that we're all screwed. Poor people are going to get screwed when TPP passes. Why is Obama pushing it? Because he has handlers and he has children. I'm telling you, man, if Hillary Clinton's there, she's going to win. And they're going to let her. There's going to be a shitstorm of protesting when she does win, just like there was a shitstorm of protesting when she beat Bernie. But America is being lazy. Everybody wants somebody else to stand up and do it for them. Well, I cast my vote. Well, big whoop. Your vote got disenfranchised, so what are you going to do about it? Well, I'm going to vote for Jill Stein. You know, and that's great. Dude, if I could, I would. In Oklahoma, I can't, so I'm not. But if I could, I would, because I want third party to get at least, was it 5% so they can get matching federal funds in the next election?
5%,
I believe.
It is 5%.
But yeah, just like everybody that voted for Bernie Sanders got disenfranchised, they will disenfranchise everybody.
Well,
in order to put Hillary Clinton in.
You also have to remember, Karl Rove was more for Bernie than Hillary in the primaries.
No, that was a lie. Listen, Don, the only reason that story came out was so the Clinton campaign could say, look, they're more scared of me than Bernie. Think about that, Don. That's not true. That was bullshit. Don, that's why. That's complete, utter bullshit. I know what you're talking about. Okay, I remember that. And the Clinton camp is exactly what they said was, look, the Republicans want Bernie over me. They're more scared of me than Bernie. And that's the whole reason that he did it. Think about it. The whole reason Karl Rove and people were talking that shit about how they'd rather support Bernie than Hillary is so Hillary could turn around and say that they're more scared of me than Bernie. That's the only reason they did that, dude. Makes sense, doesn't it?
Well, it depends on what you want to believe.
I believe
yes,
reality.
Definitely. Rove thought that Hillary.
Don, think about it for a minute. Now listen, if Bernie Sanders becomes president, he's against the corporations. If Hillary Clinton becomes president, she's a corporate puppet. So Karl Rove comes out and says, I'd rather have Bernie Sanders than Hillary Clinton, just so Hillary Clinton can turn around and say that he did that. It's the only reason under the sun that Karl Rove would rather have Bernie than Hillary, because he's cutting his own throat by having Bernie.
The story that read said he did it because he thought Bernie would be easier to do. He thought the GOP would have an easier time because they could just say Bernie's a socialist and people would run scared.
What a galactic lie that is. Whose double-digit leads ahead of Donald Trump in the fucking polls? Come on. The story you read was a lie. Think about it. He would be easier to beat than Hillary. Bullshit. There's no way that Bernie's... Why do you think Donald Trump is tying and beating Hillary right now, yet would be double digits behind Bernie? The Republicans knew, the Republican elites knew just as well as the Democratic elites knew that Bernie Sanders wins in a landslide. Everybody knows it. Now, if you want to go out and believe the lie of the story that you read, I can't stop it. I can implore you to think about it for a minute. There's no way under the sun that Bernie Sanders is easier to beat than Hillary Clinton. The proof is in the pudding right now. That's a bullshit story. They come out and they say things like that so they can get people to believe that they'd actually rather have Bernie than Hillary. That way the Clinton camp could say, look, they'd rather have Bernie than me because they think they can beat Bernie easier than they can beat me. Bullshit. That's not true. It's not even close to true. Why do you think Donald Trump is so far behind Bernie in polls ahead of Hillary in them? If the story you read was true, then the opposite would be true in the polls right now. Because nobody cares about the word socialism anymore. Oh, there are some lowbrows that still are, socialism, can't have that. Yeah, it's going to happen. I guarantee you more people hate Hillary Clinton than hate socialism.
Well,
that was all just a bullshit.
There's still millions of people out there, the dumb and uneducated, poor, redneck Republican that think Obama's a socialist. He couldn't be anything further from it.
Communist. They think he's a communist. Then a fascist and all kinds of stupid things. Sure, stupid people are going to believe stupid things no matter what you do.
Yeah.
Of course. But think about it for a minute. Do you think that Bernie Sanders would be easier to beat than Hillary Clinton? You believe that for a minute?
I don't.
Okay, then. So don't quote that story you read to me and use it as...
Just because I don't believe it doesn't mean Karl Rove doesn't believe it. I don't know what he believes, so I've never talked to the guy.
You think Karl Rove's stupid? Karl Rove ain't stupid.
Sure don't. Like I said. I don't know what he thinks.
I'll tell you what he thinks. He's scared shitless of Bernie Sanders, just like the rest of the establishment is. That's why they got rid of him, Don. They got rid of Bernie Sanders because they're scared of him, because he wants to tax Wall Street. He wants to put a tax on speculations, on Wall Street speculating. He wants to tax that shit. He wants to stop the loopholes of countries, of businesses putting all their money in other countries. Karl Rove and the Republican elite are scared of Bernie Sanders. Where do you think those machines, those cheating machines, came from? That's Karl Rove's baby, election fraud. Now, would he have done this? Would he rather had Jeb Bush than Hillary Clinton? Yes. Would he have rather had John Kasich than Hillary Clinton? Yes. Not Donald Trump. because they don't own Donald Trump. They don't control Donald Trump. They want the TPP because they're all part of the corporate America. This whole election is about the TPP, dude. Because if they pass that shit, we're all screwed. All the little guys are screwed. There was a bullshit story that came out so Hillary Clinton could say, look, they're more scared of me than Bernie, so you better vote for me. I'm more electable. I was the one paying attention back then, okay? It was me, all right? You can't convince me that Hillary Clinton is harder to beat than, or is easier to beat than Bernie Sanders. He wins in a landslide. All of the reality polls showed it. That was all just double talk from the Republicans, from the elite Republicans, to try to keep Bernie Sanders out. Because, see, the way they wanted it to be was Clinton versus Bush. That's what they wanted. That's what the elite set up for us, Clinton versus Bush. That's the way this whole election was supposed to be. And then it doesn't matter because they own both of them. Now, granted, they're going to fight to get their Republican friends in because they're Republicans, and they can push their other Republican agendas beyond financial ones. And people tend to vote party line ballots too. So they're gonna fight to get Jeb Bush in so they can keep control of the Senate, they can keep control of Congress. Absolutely. But they didn't care who won between Bush and Clinton as far as controlling and being the handler. They can't control Bernie. They've never been able to control Bernie. That's why Karl Rove came out and said he'd rather have Bernie because he can beat Bernie. Bullshit. It was a lie. I mean, come on. That's not even a tricky one for me. Sorry, I dropped my mic there.
Hey, it happens.
It does. Do you understand what I'm saying, though?
Sure. I'm just telling you what was said. That's all. I didn't say anything else. I'm just reporting what was said on the internet. If it's on the internet, it must be true. So